He did not hate his opponents. He wanted the best for them. That's where I disagreed with Charlie. I hate my opponent, and I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry. I am sorry, Erica. But now Erica can talk to me and the whole group, and maybe they can convince me that that's not right, but I can't stand my opponent. Charlie's angry. Looking down, he's angry at me now. He wasn't interested in demonizing anyone. He was interested in persuading everyone to the ideas and principles he believed were good, right, and true.
So that was Donald Trump making a very dangerous, a very, 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 very dangerous speech where he's at the memorial was to me looked like really a rally, right? To rally the troops, right? And it's always us versus them versus us, the radical right versus the radical left. And Charlie Kirk's wife got up there and said that she forgives the shooter and she forgives him. But when Donald Trump's turn to talk, he got up there and said, I don't forgive, I hate my enemies. Now, who are your enemies, Donald? Now, mind you, this is the president of the United States of America. And he's in political going back and forth between what he called the radical left. And he's saying that he hates them. So what happened? So now when we know that he just not too long ago was blaming the radical left for the unaliving of Charlie Kirk, not my words, his words, he said, right? And you see that there's been a lot of pow-powing on both sides of the aisle, right? Why would you get up there as the president, get up there and say something like that? Then you had Stephen Miller up there. He's reciting his whole speech was the speech of an old-time German, you know what? It was what was a guy, Joseph Goebbels. He actually recited his whole speech. And we know that this guy was a German dude during the 30s and 40s. He was reciting his speech and saying that the storm is coming. Man, this is, they ain't even hiding it. It's just whatever. It's right here in your face. They not hiding nothing. Nothing. It's crazy. Let's look at what this guy Stephen Miller said. We'll be right back.
The storm whispers to the warrior that you cannot withstand my strength. And the warrior whispers back, I am the storm. Erica is the storm. We are the storm. And our enemies cannot comprehend our strength, our determination, our resolve, our passion. Our lineage and our legacy hails back to Athens, to Rome, to Philadelphia, to Monticello. Our ancestors built the cities. They produced the art and architecture. They built the industry. Erica stands on the shoulders of thousands of years of warriors, of women who raised up families, raised up city, raised up industry, raised up civilization, who pulled us out of the caves and the darkness into the light. The light will defeat the dark. We will prevail over the forces of wickedness and evil. They cannot imagine what they have awakened. They cannot conceive of the army that they have arisen in all of us. Because we stand for what is good, what is virtuous, what is noble. And to those trying to incite violence against us, those trying to foment hatred against us, what do you have? You have nothing. You are nothing. You are wickedness, you are jealousy, you are envy, you are hatred. You are nothing. You can build nothing. You can produce nothing. You can create nothing. We are the ones who build. We are the ones who create. We are the ones who lift up humanity. You thought you could kill Charlie Kirk? You have made him immortal. You have immortalized Charlie Kirk. And now millions will carry on his legacy.
So they're in America. And this is the thing. During World War II, how many W Americans lost their lives fighting during World War I and World War II. And they will prop this guy up on at somebody's memorial to recite what Joseph Goebbels was saying. Man, this is crazy, man. Like, as an American, if you're not offended by that, then I don't know what else to say. I mean, like, God damn. My W Americans out there, I know you might not like me because I'm black. I know my skin is my sin. I get it. Okay, fair enough, right? Fair enough, right? We live in America, and I know where you've been socially engineered to hate, even though I've done nothing to you. Even though you'll go through a lifetime and the black person never do anything to you wrong. But you okay with that? You okay with Stephen Miller reciting that? What about all the other W Americans that lost their life due to war conflict with Germans? But, you know, you had other people that were speaking out against this, and they were saying this.
Donald Trump really just said this while speaking at Charlie Kirk's memorial service in Arizona today. Take a look.
In that private moment on his dying day, we find everything we need to know about who Charlie Kirk truly was. He was a missionary with a noble spirit and a great, great purpose. He did not hate his opponents. He wanted the best for them. That's where I disagreed with Charlie. I hate my opponent, and I don't want the best for them.
Yeah, he said that mid-speech, mid-rant, at a memorial service. And by the way, this is the president of the United States. He's meant to be unifying the country right now, not dividing us further. And by saying, I hate my opponents, as in the Democrats, he's saying that he hates tens of millions of Americans who disagree with him. And I don't even see Republicans on social media trying to clarify what he said. They're agreeing with him that they hate Democrats, people who they disagree with on politics. They're neighbors. I mean, it's insane what this guy has done to our country in terms of dividing us further.
Just like Charlie and Erica made Turning Point hot, we are looking at a country that has the chance to attain a level like never before. Tariffs are making us rich again, richer than anybody ever thought was possible. And the only one challenging them are people that hate our country or foreign countries that are paying a price, because they did the same thing to us for years. They took advantage of us, but we're making money. We're becoming richer and richer, and we're taking care of our people better and better when we do that. And we can take care of other countries better and better, but we're doing unbelievably well. The tariffs have really been a hold. The election was big, but the tariffs, because of the election, came in. And remember, other nations do that to us. And Charlie understood that. He saw the money. He saw what was coming into our country, and we can use that for Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, all of these things that we fight so hard for. And that's exactly what's happening. The numbers are incredible. When the new...
So you have some W Americans that are upset with this racial divide and saying that he's going to divide the country even more. So now you're coming at the free speech. You don't. This thing is like, I don't know what it was like in the 60s. Maybe if my father was still alive, I could sit down and ask my father, was the climate just like this at times during the Cold War and certain things that was going on? But I know right now, man, this thing is goofy because there's a paradigm shift coming. And Tariq Nasheed, he got wind of this, and he spoke on the situation too. And he was saying the same thing I was saying. This was not a memorial. This seemed like more like a rally, right? A rallying cry to galvanize people, us against them, because they kept speaking against us against them. That's all they've been kept on saying, and the storm is coming. And you don't know what you've ignited, right? Let's listen to what Tariq Nasheed had to say about this.
If somebody else caused Charlie Kirk to die, it was another fellow suspect premises from a MAGA family that offed Charlie Kirk. They keep talking around that because I've been seeing them do a lot of that they talk. They done it now. They done awaken a giant. They. There's no they. This was white on white crime. There is no they. But they've been running around with that they, them, all. So these people, family, this is a mobilization rally. See, this was a rally. This was a Wish app rally disguised as a memorial. Yeah. It was more, this is a political rally. You know, they held signs, chanted slogans. Everything was branded with all these right-wing talking points. This was more of a strategic opportunity to campaign rather than a space for grief. So the people showing up, they know this. Let's be very clear. Charlie Kirk wasn't that popular. You understand? But his anti-black messaging and the importance of mainstreaming it, that's the thing that's galvanizing people. So that's what the turnout is really about. See, they're trying to normalize Kirk's anti-black racism and rhetoric. His legacy, because when you talk about his legacy, they're trying to sanitize it and create a Charlie Kirk that didn't exist. His legacy was just rooted in anti-black speech. Attacking anything associated with black. So that turnout, that's really serving to basically legitimize and cement those ideologies under the false guise of patriotism and free speech. You see, we got to understand the game that's being played here. This memorial was basically a recruitment tool. You know, it drew in the militia groups, the white nationalist influencers, the far-right digital creators, all using this memorial to basically network and recruit and spread that anti-black propaganda to a wider base. So it's become a magnet for that white supremacist energy to seek a new martyr to rally around. And they're trying to frame Kirk as a victim of diversity and wokeness. This man was offed again by another suspected white from a MAGA family.
I keep telling you guys, got to wake up, man. We're being played. And as Black Americans, we've been knowing this. We've been under the foot of both of these parties for so long. For us in America, it's been a colossal failure. But now you're starting to see Americans starting to wake up, and they're starting to wake up to this and see this thing. See the situation with Jimmy Kimmel and so many other things that they're actually doing, the tariffs, right? The things going on with the farmers across America. Donald Trump said, he said, look, we're getting richer and richer. He's talking about the elites, not the poor whites, the elites. And so this is the thing, man. Like, these people never cared about anybody. They use poor whites as cannon fire, man, for their wars and to carry out their plans for generations. For generations, while they got us on the ground fighting against each other, they just laughing all the way to the bank, counting money, man, counting money. So this memorial was more like a rally. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got Donald Trump talking about tariffs. He talking about government policies. You got Stephen Miller reciting the old German, you know what, during the time of that guy, right? I can't say his name on here, but during the time of Germany from 39 to 45, mid 30s up until 45, that time, right? He's reciting a Joseph Gottlieb speech on the stage in America. Man, you know what's funny? That should have been the focal point of everything on every news publications today, but for some reason it's not, because both parties are still going to maintain the structure of W supremacy. They're not going to go against it. That's just what it is, man. Everybody should be saying something about that speech Stephen Miller gave, and the storm is coming, because millions of W Americans died between World War I and World War II. But everybody's silent. Nobody's saying anything. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think, man. What was your opinion on this situation, man? Made it this far? Hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.